Southwest Florida, we hadn't done an episode on Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary for a couple years, so we just came back for a wildlife report. And they reported that the wildlife is thriving. The barometer for the report is the top of the food chain, and the evidence is countless eyes and countless cameras. Welcome to Soy Flow Life. This is Mary Ballard. Since Mary was a child, she's had an undeniable connection to our Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary.
For me, a Corkscrew was an immediate connection. When I was 11 years old, and it is today. I love nature, and it just enchanted me as a child.
So Mary and I met with some wonderful people who helped us understand the current health of Corkscrew's ecosystem, because if Corkscrew is in balance, that could be a reflection on the entire region.
Corkscrew is a very special part that reflects how nature should work properly.
They explained to us that the main barometer is at the very top of the food chain. Is it present? Is it thriving?
When you see the top of the food chain present at Corkscrew, it means that everything's in balance. The food that they eat is there, and trickles all the way down to the little small animals. So you realize that yes, they are reproducing, they're healthy enough to do that, they're getting enough food.
If the top of the food chain is present and thriving, that's an indication that the entirety of the food chain is present and thriving, and therefore the entire ecosystem. But what's the evidence? You can't miss it. Countless eyes and countless cameras tell us the story on a daily basis.
I love Corkscrew, and I've continually taken people there.
There are many management practices that contribute to the success of the wildlife, but at the top of the list are, firstly, of course, to have preserved the land itself, to protect the quality and quantity of natural water flow, to protect against invasive species, and to perform prescribed fires or burns on a regular basis.
You know, I love showing people my hometown, and everybody knows about the beach. Not everybody knows about Corkscrew. And when you introduce somebody to it and it becomes one of their favorite places to go, that makes me feel really good. And when I have friends that are from Europe and I've introduced them to it and they go back repeatedly every year and I hear their stories and they take their families, and it's a generational thing. The parents will come, the children will come, and the grandchildren will come. That makes me feel good because it's passing on a love for what is natural old Florida. Especially when they find out you grew up here, then they want to know, well, what do you know that's the backstory to Naples? And that's just one of my favorite things to tell them about.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit.